So we had the state of play from PlayStation last night, and I wanted to talk about a few games that are relevant to us PC gamers because we are getting Spider-Man on PC finally, and Resident Evil 4 was announced, and the cat game looks interesting. So wanted to talk about those games, but first also want to cover the weekend sales on Steam. So let's quickly get into that, and then we can talk about the PlayStation stuff. Remnant from the Ashes is on a good sale right now, equal to its previous low, 60% off. This is a third-person co-op game. Um, you could say difficult combat. Like Souls-like is a tag here, as you can see, but I did not think it was that difficult. I played it solo, I played it co-op, and it was enough of a challenge, but I didn't feel like it was a Souls-like experience. It was an enjoyable experience. I really liked it. I would recommend this game. So 60% off, which is equal to its previous low, 576 in India, $16, 1239 pounds and 16 euros. Now, my first thought was it still seems a little expensive, but when you look at the release date, it's not even been out for 3 years. We got this free from the Epic Game Store, which is why I'm maybe thinking like this. But yeah, it's a good game. It's a double A game, I would say, almost triple A. And it looks good, plays well, and I enjoyed it. So I would recommend this. The complete version is a little more expensive. You get two extra expansions. You could buy them separately afterwards if you want. But yeah, definitely check it out. You also got the standard version from Epic Games, so you did not get the ones with the DLC. So if you have it on Epic, maybe get the DLCs there so you have the complete set in one place. Next up, we have Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, another Gearbox publishing game. This is very cheap right now. This is 90% off, only 89 rupees in India, $4, £3 and 369 euros. I've heard a lot about this game, another FPS game, but I've never played this, and this is very cheap, so might be worth a look. It's made by People Can Fly, the developer behind the Outriders. So yeah, interesting. Didn't know that. Next, since we got the announcement for Resident Evil 4 yesterday, we have the other Resident Evil games on sale from Capcom. First up, we have Resident Evil 2 Remake. This is 60% off, which is again equal to its previous low, 800 rupees, $16, 14 pounds and 16 euros. There's a deluxe edition with more skins and stuff. I mean, you don't really need it. And there's another bundle with both the remakes. So I got this game with a graphics card back in early 2019, January 2019. I bought a graphics card. Remember when we could buy graphics card at retail prices? I bought an RX 570 and I got the choice of picking 2 out of 3 games. There was Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5, and Division 2. So I went with the Capcom games, DMC and RE2. And I played it. I had never played a Resident Evil game before. I did not know much about it. I did not care for horror games. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. I streamed the whole thing on my second YouTube channel when it came out. And I really enjoyed it. It was a very enjoyable game. In fact, it's one of those games where I install it every now and then and hope I can play it again. I play for like 20 minutes and then I forget about it. So yeah, I would recommend this as a person who never played any of the Resident Evil games, who doesn't like horror games. I consider it more of a zombie game. It did not feel like a horror game to me that much. I like the old style where you had to go through again the whole places and you had to play the game twice from 2 different perspectives. And like both the characters had to play it twice to get the full picture. Gave it a bit more replayability. Now, after this, they released Resident Evil 3 Remake. Now, this one, I heard a bit of criticism when it came out. Basically, they said they had cut a lot of content from the original game. And as a result, this campaign was very short. It's still like 5-6 hours, so it's not very short. I mean, a lot of these story-driven campaigns are short these days. So it's not that short. But compared to RE2, for example, this was a lot shorter. And this came out a year later in 2020. It's also, for some reason, in India at least, it's a little more expensive. In the US, it's $16, which is the same price as Resident Evil 2. Here it's $935, whereas RE2 is $800, which is not a big deal. For me, I have not bought this game because it's not been cheap enough. Now there is this Raccoon City edition, which is both those games together. However, this bundle isn't available to me. Like I have one of them. I was hoping I have one so I can get the other for the bundle price at a discount, but it doesn't work like that. They still show you the full price. So yeah, I'll eventually buy this and play this at some point when it's affordable enough. But Capcom is not good with the regional pricing. Capcom doesn't do giveaways either. So they're not even on the Epic Game Store, for example. So yeah, this will probably take a while before it's cheap enough to pick it up. Anyway, there is a bundle. You can get it same price as RE2. Another great game that's on sale here right now is Spec Ops: The Line, third-person shooter about the horrors of war. You can see here overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's 10 years old now, which means it'll run very well. All right, now let's talk about the PlayStation stuff. Three games that I mentioned earlier: Resident Evil 4, Spider-Man, and Stray, the cat game. So with the Spider-Man game, it's coming out in August, which is surprisingly early because I thought they might release it towards the end of the year for the holiday period, but they may have something more special for the holiday season. And they also released Horizon Zero Dawn in, I think, August. So they seem to like that August window for their ports, it seems. Now, the pattern I've seen with the PlayStation ports is they launch the game on their console exclusively. They let it sell for a few years. And once I suppose the sales start slowing down, they can get more hype back in and release it on PC. Spider-Man has sold 33 million copies, so that's an impressive number. And now they're bringing it to PC. It'll get some new attention. PC gamers will probably buy it. They've also been porting games now for a while. So Horizon Zero Dawn, when it came out, had some issues, but the latest games have all been ported very well. God of War, I've heard, was like very good. So yeah, this is a good move. And I still don't see a Steam store page, but the game will be available on Steam and Epic Games. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of superhero stuff, so I'm unlikely to be playing this. But yeah, I know a lot of people are excited and waiting for this. And this is one of those exclusives that initially I thought would not come to PC, but it is going to come to PC. Like the only one that is still not on PC is probably The Last of Us. And I think the reason why it's not coming to PC yet is because they are remastering it again, I think the second one for PlayStation 5. So I think once they have that done as well, and then eventually when the sales stop a little bit or slow down, then they may start porting them over to PC. Because I thought they wouldn't bring Spider-Man, but if they're bringing Spider-Man, then I guess they would be bringing anything. Like everything would be on PC at one point. Because based on their latest reports and the news articles I've seen, they are very keen on bringing stuff to PC because it's free money for them. All right, next up, let's talk about the Resident Evil 4 announcement. Now, one of the things with remaking games is they can improve on the gameplay mechanics more than the graphics. I feel some games get outdated because of their mechanics. So that might actually help. But otherwise, some games are fairly new, and do they really need remakes? Either way, I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, I wasn't a fan, but I like 2 enough. And of course, if I get a chance, I might pick this up and play it. I still haven't played 3, like I said, so would like to play that first. But yeah, this should be interesting, and I'm looking forward to this. And last, let's talk about the big one, the big game coming to PC and PlayStation. It is Stray. So this one, you play as a cat. And we saw this trailer a while ago at E3. And yeah, this looks interesting. Looks like a game where you're in a futuristic city of some kind. You know, humans, robot people. And you play as a cat solving environmental puzzles, it seems. It got a Steam store page, pricing as well. It is 10% off right now for pre-ordering. $674 in India, $26.99 in the US, $21.59 in the UK, and $24.29 in the Euro region. And yeah, it looks good. It's like a nice little game. Hopefully it should be relaxing and enjoyable to play. Graphics look nice. I'm curious about what the story is like. And yeah, I might actually get it. I think it's coming to both Epic and Steam. So it should be interesting. So anyway, let me know what you think. Are there any other games that you're looking forward to? I'm only talking about the stuff that's coming to PC because I don't have a PlayStation. But even if I did, I'm wondering if I would have looked at some of the other stuff. But yeah, three games that caught my eye were obviously Spider-Man, Stray, and Resident Evil 4, which are definitely coming to PC. Thank you for watching. See you next time.